What's going on? So LeBron James is talking about he can't really rank these Denver Nuggets. They remind me a bit of Popovich's Spurs in the front and how they face guarded LeBron. And history is repeating itself in that he's being tempted to shoot the three, shoot outside shots. I can't say what they really are. Now, some people want to mention the Celtics of the 86 Celtics. I said, no, I know neither one of them teams at that level. Now, Tim Duncan and Jokic might belong in a conversation with Bird, Parrish, and McHale. I could give you, especially if Jokic runs the table this year, I have no problem with saying in the conversation individual play. But we're talking about teams and concepts. No. I think what LeBron is facing, problems that he's facing with this, is a similar thing with the wall that the Spurs did. It's kind of like the wall that Giannis had to face, but he eventually broke through because things changed. But what they do is that they turn you over, that they guard you, they don't let you get comfortable. The Spurs played big, they guarded the perimeter pretty well, and they didn't let a lot of cute stuff slide. So when the games are evenly matched and the refs can't blow their whistles because Adam Silver says wink and blow and make it look like they're fixing things, evenly matched, evenly bodied, evenly physical, he has a problem. He has always had a problem with a size team that face guards and can get at him. That's one reason why he lost to Orlando in '09, and the Celtics used to give him so much problems. He never figured that out. He's one of the most, for so-called high IQ, one of the most overrated players, because for a guy who's supposed to have such an all-around game, they'll, Magic 2.0, Oscar Robertson 2.0, he can't figure out how to utilize AD better. He can't figure out how to utilize parts. And when he gets into that box world, I got to get my 26, 8, and 8, that's when he falls and he gets seduced. And he's always been seduced. The only thing was, is in the past, he had to do Wade or Chris Bosh or Kyrie Irving or Ray Allen or someone to save his behind, or Rondo and Dwight Howard did. The pieces, JaVale McGee. When they beat Denver in the bubble, they had a high IQ team with balance. They had a team that had style and they had playmakers. That's where that's what makes him look like he's some sort of a genius when he really ain't. They'll sit here and tell you, yeah, he's one of the greatest players ever, and he's also one of the most overrated players ever. Because if it was just strictly based on assists, rebounds, steals, blocks, and playing all around game, he could pick his spots. I'll give you an example. Luka did that last night for Dallas. Fall back, score about 6, 7 less points, get more assists, more rebounds, play a more neutralized game. But you gotta showcase and run. And you do it to AD against Denver. The trap. That's why you be burnt, not tired. So what Mike Malone is employing is what Pop used against LeBron. And then you keep throwing bodies. And then if your bench, the only problem, this is why you can't compare Denver to those Spurs. Patty Mills and them guys would come off the bench and hit about 4 or 5 shots. I remember how Patty Mills made Dwayne Wade look old, and they was busting them up, couldn't stop him. They was bringing the bench, hitting shots left and right. That's the only thing that Denver hasn't been able to do, is really expound on the bench, because they've tearing them up with the starting 5. They're getting there, and they are keeping them fresh, and that's how you make him work. That's the key right there. He never figured that out. See, there has been one recurring theme with LeBron James, from when Dwight Howard with Orlando beat him, or Pierce and Boston beat him, or when the Spurs beat him in the finals those times, and now with Denver. Big bodies, heavy attack, don't let them get comfortable, make him become a shooter. You don't want to give up too many fast break points and dunks, and you don't want them to have to, look for the rest. So make them play. Run clock on them. There's a way of beating them, and it wears him down. That hasn't changed, because if you do 10 years ago, the way he lost to the Spurs, where Kawhi got the MVP in the finals, you're seeing deja vu again. There's a blueprint to how to play against him. Interesting, ain't it? But I'm going to debate how the Nuggets season turns out before I say that that's the plant that Mike Malone is using, the Spurs blueprint, and the old blueprint. But the great ones usually figure out how to get through it, because you use pieces and parts to your advantage. Keep on thinking that LeBron is smarter than Steph Curry. Keep on thinking he's smarter than Kobe Bryant, smarter than Shaquille O'Neal, smart as Magic and Bird or Tim Duncan. Whoever you want to put in there. You tell you he is this high IQ. That's what Skip Bayless said. Always telling me he ain't figured out what they do to him. They turn him over because they know that Turkey wants to shoot that range three because he think he's having a Steph moment. He wants to, that's what he do. Yeah, know. Because he can't have a less than 20-point game and win. He can't have a less than 20-point game and give up more assists and more rebounds or steals or block. And he's too tired now. He's older now, but that's not what's hurting him. His all-around game, as I pointed out in the Jokic video that I did, that's done quite well, and I appreciate all the people that's checked it out. That's the so-called thing that made him so great, and where they want to make him the second greatest or one or whatever that crap, that foolishness they pull in, is why he ain't. Because he comes off more like a fraud because he's not utilizing all aspects of the game. And that's why he can't figure out these big pounding teams that wear his behind out. He's been out of blow before. Remember he used to catch cramps? Teams wear his butt out. And because he's not a pure scorer. That's why it's a shame that he passed Kareem, if you must know. That's why it's a shame that he passed Karl Malone for scoring, if you must know. If I gotta be 100. Because he can't really figure out what he's supposed to do. And he's hoping someone will hold his hand, i.e. the refs, or a sidekick that's a great talent. And it ain't there, because Anthony Davis ain't that dude. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments. And I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another shit if you feel like I'm out. Peace.